Today we're going to tier rank every single mundane adventuring item in the D&D 2024 Player's Handbook.
Because everyone is asking for this. What's going on, YouTube? I'm the Mind Flayer Slayer.
And I'm Dr. DM, and we know you want to see how strong or weak these adventuring items are and where to spend your hard-earned gold pieces at character creation. So let's get started right away, A to Z, with Acid. When you take the attack action, you can replace one of those attacks with a vial of acid throw. Any creature within 20 feet of you has to make a dex saving throw of 8 plus your dex modifier and proficiency bonus, or take 2d6 acid damage. I like that this replaces just one of your attacks, so at early levels, the damage isn't too bad.
Yeah, I mean, it's essentially a cantrip.
Yeah, oh, that's true. And it does acid damage, so if you need acid damage, something like killing trolls,
yeah,
not too bad.
Sure. It's definitely an option.
Yeah, low levels, I gotta give this a B.
B?
Perfect.
Agreed. Alchemist Fire! When you take the attack action, you can place one of your attacks with throwing a flask of Alchemist Fire. Target one creature or object you can see within 20 feet of yourself. The target must succeed on a dex save, or take 1d4 fire damage and start burning. I'm giving this a C.
Yeah, the burning could be interesting, especially if you throw it against an object. You could maybe burn down a house or something, so there's some
Cast
roleplay
Firebolt.
potential. That's true, as long as your DM lets you do that.
Cast Firebolt.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, C is good. The 1d4 damage is not great. Next, we have ammunition. You need ammunition if you're playing that type of game where you're tracking things like that, such as your arrows, bullets for firearms, sling, and needles. Normally when you spend one gold piece, you get 20 arrows. I think this is a lot of nitty-gritty tracking. I'm not huge on
I'm not
this.
someone who does this personally at my table, but if you are someone who does this at your table and you are playing a firearm expert or someone who has some type of ammunition like arrows, this is an S tier, because otherwise your class doesn't work.
Otherwise,
Onwards!
Otherwise, it's just an item. Okay, next up is Antitoxin. As a bonus action, you can drink a vial of Antitoxin to gain advantage on saving throws to avoid or end the poison condition for 1 hour. So
F, no one needs this.
Unless you really know what's going to happen.
Keep rolling.
Okay, next we have your Arcane Focus. Required, so...
S tier.
S tier.
Every single person who is a spellcaster needs this. You don't want a component's palace, S tier.
Okay, Sorcerers, Warlock, Wizards, do it. Next up we have...
Backpack. Holds 30 pounds. Well, do you need a backpack? I don't know. Do you have a bag of holding? If you have a bag of folding, this is useless. F.
Okay. Next up, ball bearings. As a utilize action, you can spill ball bearings from their pouch. They spread on a 10-foot 10 square. Creatures that enter it have to
F,
make a DC.
keep going.
No, wait. This is good for dungeons if you're trying to like trap a exit or an entrance. I could see this having some niche use, and it gives a prone condition. It takes 10 minutes to recover the ball bearings. Okay, I give this a C on dungeon crawling.
It's an F.
Okay, next up.
Barrel holds 40 gallons of liquid for 4 cubic feet of dry food.
Okay, if you don't have a bag of holding, a barrel is just going to go in a car. Otherwise, it's just...
F.
Okay, great. Next up is a basket. A basket holds up to 40 pounds. That's a lot of pounds. You're going to be shoving this around.
If you wove the basket underwater, this is an A tier. Otherwise, F.
Great. Next up, we have bedroll. You need a bedroll. I think this is S tier.
All you need is leaves.
Next up, we have the bell. Use the utilize action. A bell produces a
Why do you
sound.
need a bell? Yell louder. F.
Okay, well, a bell can not detect your position. You could use it to kind of dinner bell
F.
enemies over here. I can see this being a role play between C and B. Or an F if you just want to use your mouth.
A blanket.
F!
Cast Firebolt on yourself. F.
Okay, hold on a minute. You have advantage on saving throws against extreme cold. That could be interesting if you walk around wrapped up in a blanket in Icewind Dale.
Or, like you did in Icewind Dale, you can just throw someone on the fire.
Oh, great.
F.
Okay, create bonfire. I do like the advantage of saving throws and specific scenarios. I would give that like a C. Next up, we have block and tackle.
A block and tackle allows you to hoist up to 4 times the weight you can normally lift.
Oh, this is pretty cool. You can set up block and tackle to pick up stones and create the pyramids if you're not aliens.
I'm giving this a D unless you have a barbarian. That it's an F.
Oh, interesting that you could like raise the block and tackle. Yeah, niche situational use, C or D. Okay, a book.
Who reads?
Yeah, okay, F. A book, that's why we listen to YouTube videos. It contains fiction or nonfiction. Now, here's something interesting. If you consult an accurate nonfiction book about this topic, you get a +5 bonus to intelligence, arcana, history, nature, or religion checks. But this means you have to have a billion books on you about a related topic. So
if you're a wizard, it's an A. Otherwise, F!
Yeah, if you have a bag of holding, this could be interesting, but then you have to have every book under the sun. So pretty niche, could be good, but you need to have that book. So
a glass bottle
Up to 1.5 pints. Bottles and glasses are super useful for picking up liquids, testing random things. If you're an alchemist,
and drinking. Most importantly, you need to be able to drink while on your campaign. S.
I forgot about alcohol. I'd give this an A. Yeah, really good role play. Maybe in combat too. Next up, we have a bucket. It holds half a cubic feet of, I don't know, putting out, you could create water into it and put out, but again, where are you going to place
If you're facing a witch in the Wizard of Oz, A. Otherwise, F.
Okay, well, I think the bucket can go on your head as a nice defensive tool. Okay, next up, Burglar's pack. So we've seen all these packs. There's a Cleric's pack. There's all sorts of them. They have a bevy of items within them. Burglar's pack has backpack, ball bearings, hooded lanterns. These are just pretty decent Roshians. I think
solid Bs.
All the packs usually, C or B. Pretty, I don't know, they're required as part of your kit usually too.
Caltrops. As a utilized action, you can spread caltrops from their bag to cover 5... What are they again?
So caltrops are things, they're pokey things. You know,
yeah.
They're like a spiked trap, but for, not for cars, but for creatures. So you can pokey on them, DC 15 dex save, or take 1 piercing damage. So again, this is mostly a defensive tool. Enemies are coming your way, throw them, and it'll stop them from
if you're playing a campaign that centers around Tokyo Drift, A. Otherwise, C.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay, next up.
Candle.
I'm giving this an F because you can just, most people are just going to have
Cast light.
either a torch or a light. Otherwise, if you need this, a candle, dim light, yeah, it's D to F. Okay, a case for crossbow bolts, 20 bolts, great, keep track of those, D.
Case, map, or scroll. A map or scroll case holds up to 10 sheets of paper. Fold them up and put them in your pocket, F.
Great, okay, next up we have chain. Utilize action, you can wrap a chain around an unwilling creature. Oh, this is great. This is, and they require DC 13 strength. Yeah, I love having a dungeon where I'm using a lot of chain. Interesting. So I think maybe slightly more sturdy than rope because of the DC 13 and 18.
But heavier than rope.
That's true. Still pretty good. Lots of utilization for this, not just like putting somebody in a kind of prison situation, but also for out of combat, scaling walls, whatever it's going to be. So I give this an A, if not an S.
Chest. Is it a mimic? A. Is it not a mimic? F!
You're not going to want to haul a chest around, so I'm with that. Next up is a climber's kit. It has boot tips,
This could be very useful unless you have
cool.
spider climb. Otherwise, F!
That's right, but very good for an adventure, I think, who's just starting off and has access to this. A little expensive at 25 gold, but lets you climb as a bonus action, which is pretty cool. Probably like a C or a B, depending on your campaign.
Fine clothes.
Great. Fine clothes, traveler's clothes, useful in whatever scenario. You want to have clothes on usually, unless you're doing like a sultry, steamy campaign. In the jungle, I mean, of course, or in the basement. So
clothes, good.
Yeah.
A.
D. C.
Component pouch. If you are a loser and don't use an arcane focus, perhaps you use a component pouch. In which case, this is an A. But for most people, F!
It does carry every component you need. When it's kind of like mundane components, you have that with a pouch. 25 gold, pretty good.
Use an arcane focus.
Okay, next up, a costume. With this, you get advantage on ability checks you make to impersonate a person.
I cast Disguise Self.
Okay, also that. So some of these can be replaced, a lot of them replaced with cantrips. But if you're going like a magic low campaign, costume very situationally.
If you're doing a magic low campaign, why are you playing D&D?
Okay, yeah, play Shadow. Okay, so C or D depending.
Crowbar! You can hit somebody over the head with it. S.
It also gives you advantage on strength checks for a leverage. Great, so if you have to replace a tire on your Honda carriage, then you might need the crowbar.
Diplomat's pack.
Okay, we've been through packs.
Packs are okay.
C/B depending
Druidic
on
focus.
Okay, it's a focus.
Good.
Awesome. Dungeoneer's pack. Again, packs, good.
Entertainer's pack. Good.
Pat's good. Explorer's pack.
Good.
Great, thumbs up.
Flask.
Same thing as the glass, right?
You need to be able to get drunk. S.
Take this. Great. Next up is grappling hook. I love this.
S tier.
Easy. So you can climb stuff. It's like
unless you have Dimension Door or
Misty Step.
Misty Step.
Like you can attach it to the rope, hook it up, and then climb up. Pretty cool. Also, maybe your DM lets you use in combat as bonus action. Who knows? Grappling hook. Yeah, I give it an A.
Healer's kit.
This is good.
A.
Utilize action to get somebody from unconscious to
stabilize.
That's great. Absolutely A. Make sure somebody has this on hand.
Holy symbol.
Great.
If you're a cleric,
clerics.
yeah.
And paladins.
S.
Take it. Okay, S. Cool. It can also be emblems, by the way, on a shield, which is pretty cool, or held like a reliquary.
Holy water. Does it compel me, Dr. DM? Does it compel me?
All right, and with this, you can, like the acid flask you saw, you can throw it, for that dex save for 2d8 radiant if it's a fiend or undead. Very campaign narrow, but 2d8's pretty good. None of these really scale, but at low levels, replacing just one attack could be good for like a fighter. So I'd give it an A at low levels.
Hunting traps.
Okay, great. If you need to scavenge using your survival skills, if you're the party
Cast Firebolt.
survivalist, that doesn't always work. Remember against that bear?
I was fine.
You died. Okay, great. So hunting trap, depending on your needs, probably a C, general use.
Ink.
Great, you can write. I give this a C.
Ink pen.
You need that with the ink, so that's also a C.
Jug.
More stuff to put stuff
Depends
in.
on the kind of jugs.
Okay, either an A or an F.
Ladder.
Okay, a ladder. I mean, a 10-foot tall ladder, how are you going to carry that? Maybe in a bag of holding? If you don't have a place to put
Mary
this.
Poppins style.
Great. A retractable ladder. Otherwise, it's extremely useful, but the
Unless
size
it's a rope
couldn't be.
ladder, that would be different.
Okay, but still.
But a regular ladder, F.
I give it a C. All right, next up, lamp.
Burns
lamp
oil.
Or torch. Great. Oh yeah, good way to use your oil. So
Yeah.
lamp if you need it. If you don't have light, okay, that's a D.
Lantern, bullseye.
Great. More light sources.
More light.
D. Hooded lantern. Okay, more light sources.
A lock.
A D. Okay, what do you think?
Do you have things that you want to keep secret and protected? Well, you probably shouldn't be playing Dungeons and Dragons because there are thieves out there.
Okay, thieves' tools. If you don't have the key to pick, so interesting. Maybe a D. Okay, next up.
Magnifying glass.
This is 100 gold piece. This is a big investment.
Why? Are you trying to kill ants?
Or you can use it to light something on fire. Maybe.
Cast Firebolt.
Great. So it gives you
Do not spend 100 gold pieces on a magnifying glass.
unless you get it for free. Gives you advantage on ability checks made to appraise. Manacles. Use them to tie up somebody who's been restrained.
Yeah.
Good. Dungeons and dungeons.
Drag.
So this is probably a B for me. Okay. Next up, a map. Important. If you have a map, you get a +5 bonus to wisdom survival checks to find your way.
Is it a good map?
Yeah.
Use it.
Okay. A for me.
Mirror.
Also useful, I think, like the magnifying glass. Lots of roleplay potential in a dungeon to figure out traps or look around corners
I look good.
or zap lights or whatever, or look at yourself. If,
Or Gorgons.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. I'd probably give it an A. Make sure someone has it.
B.
Oh, interesting.
Net.
Net. Okay, so the net action, you can take this as an attack action, replace one attack on a creature, throw a net on them, and give them restraint condition. This used to be pretty busted, not as much anymore, unless you're like one of the rogues, especially thief. You can use this as part of your kit. In that scenario, I'd probably give that an A. Otherwise, maybe like a B.
What's
or a C.
next? Oil. Just
I give it an A. You can douse a creature or an object, and then maybe light them on fire and do more fire. If you like fire,
you can douse a creature.
baby oil. So A or S, depending on the kind of parties you go to.
Paper. You like books? You want to read? Otherwise, F.
Okay, parchment. It's like paper, but just parchy. Great. So next up, we have perfume, 4-ounce vial. You apply perfume, you get advantage on charisma persuasion checks to influence indifferent humanoids. I don't know, that's pretty good. Just free advantage
Sure.
of charisma.
Yeah, I give that
this, yeah, A or S. Okay, basic poison. It's 100 gold pieces, but you can use the vial to code a weapon to do an extra 1d4 damage.
A.
It lasts a minute. It's 100 gold pieces. If you have money to burn, absolutely A.
Sure, absolutely.
Pull.
Pull.
Okay, great for checking around corners or dancing. You can touch things
Or
10 feet
vaulting.
away. Oh, or vaulting. Very good. Still, advantage to high jumps, long jumps, but you have to pull out to ignite your weapon. I'll give us a C.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pot. Of the iron variety.
Okay, right. 1 gallon of pot is 2 gold pieces, and for cooking, I guess?
Sure.
Pretty good. You can cook the pot. Next up, potion of healing. This is a mainstay. I'm just going to give blanket potion of healing.
S tier. S
probably
tier.
A between S tier.
plus.
Because you can also get people up. Now they can be taken as bonus action. S tier for sure.
Pouch. It holds stuff. Okay.
Okay, D.
Priest pack.
Okay, it packs. A quiver. It's like the Crossbow thing.
They hold things.
It also looks cool.
A portable ram.
Okay, this gives you a +4 bonus
Do you
to
have a
strength
barbarian?
checks, but it also gives them a +4 on top of advantage.
Do you have a barbarian?
You have a barbarian? Okay, sure.
F.
Okay, otherwise, this is probably like a C. They're heavy, not very expensive. Break down doors.
Rations. You got to be able to eat.
That's right, great.
Food important.
Yeah, that's a C. For me, a robe. Okay, that's right. I love the invisible robes, but this robe is 1 gold piece, and you can wear it to events. It's fantastic.
Rope. You can use it to tie people up.
And also tie people down. That's an S. Okay.
Yeah, Samwise, you use that.
All right,
It's
so,
main
oh
rope.
yeah, Samwise got he's like, I want this elven rope. Okay, you can take a sack or have 2 sacks, and they hold 30 pounds each. That's probably like a C or D.
Scholar's pack. It's a pack.
Great.
Shovel.
Okay, I'm gonna give a shovel an S. You can use this for infinite variety of things. Not too big. You can put it in your
You
pouch.
can dig your own grave.
You can, yeah, and firebolt yourself to fall in it. All right, if you're a wizard, level 1. Next up, we have Signal Whistle. As a utilized action, you can make a sound that can be heard 600 feet away.
Use your voice. Be louder.
Ah, it's the most horrible sound.
Spell scroll.
Okay, yeah.
S.
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 They are expensive.
S.
Yeah. They're all fantastic.
Iron
So-
spikes. Do you need to spike some people? Sure.
Great. You can. Oh wow! You can actually put these on a hammer, for example. You can use them to jam doors shut, or put them onto ropes. Oh, and use a chain spike. Yo, I'm giving this an A. This is pretty cool.
As
For
you
one
can tell,
gold
we
piece.
really track these
Yeah,
pieces in our
we
campaigns.
prepared very well
A
too.
spyglass.
Ooh,
Do you need to be
okay.
able to see far away? S.
I do like this. 1,000 gold pieces. I'm gonna give it an A just because the cost is very, very
Oh
high.
yeah, that's way too much.
But
B.
pretty cool to have.
A string.
Oh, string. But this is not just any string. This is a string that's 10 feet long. So you can do a magic trick. Is that a string, or is that?
You can cast a cantrip.
Great. Okay. You can tie a knot. Oh, this is worthless.
A tent.
You can use it to kind of
Sleep out in the open air the way the gods intended.
Great. Okay. 10. See,
Yeah,
so
sleep out in the open air the way the gods
2
intended.
medium or small creatures. In our campaigns, we always sleep 2 in a tent, but it looks like 1. All right. So Tinderbox is next. A small container holding flint, fire, steel, and tinder. I guess. I mean, if you
Do you have a magic user?
Oh yeah, you can just firebolt. Everyone has magic user or can take magic initiate. These kind of things are now less important with how powerful characters are in D&D, so
Correct.
probably like a C or D anyway.
Torch.
A torch used to be important. If you don't have a light source, take a torch. It's just a C or a D otherwise.
Vial.
Same thing as the other receptacles.
Put
cold
stuff in
ounces.
it.
That's right.
Water skin.
Okay. 4 pints. Doesn't have to just
lot
have
of water.
water. You could also have.
Alcohol.
That's right. And then, oh my God, it's everything. We did it.
We did it! I'm sure this is the most helpful video that we have brought you to date.
Great. Okay. This was not a meme. Thank you very much for watching.
No memes.
Us rating all the Monday adventuring items that we're all definitely going to take. So thank you for watching.
F.
See you in the next one.